On this Tuesday, ASX-listed company Arizona Lithium Limited provided the latest update regarding its Prairie project in Canada. We welcome the Managing Director, Mr. Paul Lloyd here, to share more information about this progress. Hi, Paul. Nice to meet you again.
Hi, Steph. Good to see you again, and another exciting announcement by AZL today. And it's important to us on two fronts. One being that we have been telling shareholders for quite a long time now in regards to the Prairie project that permitting was very robust but very efficient. And it's gratifying to actually get that permit now to show the shareholders that we were right in that it's an oil and gas producing region, and permitting of the project can be done quite quickly, but environmentally correct and efficiently. On the second front, it's important to show the shareholders how we are fast tracking the Prairie project, and the production profile of Q1 2025 is realistic because we can get these drilling permits quickly, and we can commence production in Q1 of 2025. So we look forward to that, and the whole team are working very hard at getting to that point of production.
Well, that's great. Like, although it's close to the end of the year, AZL still fast tracking the development of the Prairie project. So, as mentioned, at the pilot plant, testing of the Prairie brine materials is still underway. Is there any further result you can disclose a little bit besides the result announced earlier this month?
Look, the pilot plant's working really well. It's all about recoveries, and we're working on that. We're very happy with what we've got so far, and we will be updating the market shortly in regards to the pilot plant. And obviously, the news flow going forward is the pilot plant. It is also the completion of the PFS by Christmas time, and then heading into detailed engineering designs and starting to drill holes as we announced today. So it'll be an exciting year for us next year.
Well, I can tell that. So the company also mentioned that various operational parameters will be tested to determine the final design of the commercial extraction facilities. Can you give us an example, like what kind of parameters will be included?
Look, in this area, it's a well-known hydrocarbon producing area. So therefore, we're not doing a hell of a lot different to what the hydrocarbon guys doing, bringing up material from depth, filtering it and re-injecting it back into a different aquifer. The hydrocarbon guys obviously take the gas and the oil out of the solution, and we are taking the lithium out of the solution. We do not use acid in this current DLE third-party supply that we are testing at the moment, and we use water. So therefore, the permitting of the DLE type operations at site should be quite straightforward and efficient because of the fact that we are not using acid to wash the material from the filtrate. So we're expecting that to happen very quickly and efficiently. We are engaged closely with the resources minister in Saskatchewan, and he's recently been out to site and he's seen what we're doing out there, and he's been very cooperative. So we couldn't be happier with the response by the provincial government there.
Oh, lovely. So for the first commercial facility location, besides what you mentioned, that government support, what other advantages it has, and why you selected here?
Look, the DLE revolution is very much upon us, and people would have seen the announcement by Exxon in the Smackover formation, and they are heading towards production from that project in 2026, and they're talking a large production profile. So you've got one of the largest companies in the world heading into lithium production using direct lithium extraction. So the market is seriously hotting up for these DLE projects. The reason for that is that they are in the lowest cost quartile of producers, and they produce a premium product. They are also very ESG friendly production method compared to the hard rock miners. So when DLE works, and it's very specific for the quality of your brine and the impurities, it will revolutionise the lithium industry, and we want to be a big part of that revolution.
And you mentioned it earlier about the commercial production expected in 2025. So one would expect the news, like first news come out regarding to the commercial production.
So, Steph, the drilling of the wells is basically the start of the construction phase. We do need to drill a large number of wells and saltwater disposal wells, and that'll all be included in our PFS when we release that at Christmas time. And so once we have released the PFS, next year we'll commence drilling those wells and tying them in and building the DLE facility on site for each individual pad. So at the moment, we're looking at a production rate of 6,000 tonnes of LCE per annum from the first module. And that module consists of 3 pads with a number of wells. So completely standalone, each pad of the 3 will produce around 2,000 tonnes per annum of LCE, each coming to a total of 6,000. So we'll use the same technology on all those 3 pads, making up the first module, but in future on other modules that we implement, we could use a different technology, and I'm sure we will learn from an engineering point of view from the first module, and will become more and more efficient as we bolt on these modules onto the Prairie project.
Really, as we can aware that the share price of AZL increased a lot these days, do you think the following progress of the company can further support this price trend?
Look, if you look at the market capitalisation of the company and you compare it to peers such as Lake, etc., we still have a long way to go. And we are operating in Saskatchewan, a province of Canada that has an infinite amount of infrastructure, and the political security there is very, very strong, and we're right on the border of the US. So therefore, we don't have any transportation issues, and really we could get basically any type of product to site. A rail line runs through the property. So we're spoiled for infrastructure. Compared to some of the South American projects up in the mountains, they're a very different scenario. So we think we have an infrastructure advantage, and we can fast track this project into production much quicker than a lot of those peers. But in saying that, all these projects need to go into production to get anywhere near satisfying the demand for this product. So there's very little competition between us potential producers, because we want to see them all achieve. And we want to see direct lithium extraction really take a significant front seat in the lithium market. I was at a conference last week, Benchmark in LA, and one of the panels consisted of 4 people, and they asked them at the end, what do you think will be the next best thing in lithium in the next 12 months? 2 out of those 4 said direct lithium extraction. And one of them was Mr. Lithium, Joe Lowry. So we're very encouraged by people within the industry, and we're very encouraged by the large companies like Exxon coming into this market.
Very happy to hear this large scope explanation. So anything else you would like to share with us?
I think I'll just point out to shareholders the news flow, and I've got a great team running AZL with me, and they are working very hard. They're very focused on that Q1 2025 production at Prairie, but a hell of a lot of work goes into that. And we have a very good management team, and they are working closely with the full team to get to that PFS deadline of the end of the year, and then heading towards production. So a exciting 2024 for the company and all the executives.
Sure. Thank you again, Paul, for your time and sharing. We look forward to staying together again to discuss the next good news from AZL.
Thanks, Steph. Nice to see you.
Thank you.